Savitri, Book 10, The Book of the Double Twilight, Canto 4, The Dream Twilight of the Earthly Real, page 643, new stanza. Once more arose the great destroying voice across the fruitless labor of the worlds. His huge denials, all defeating might, pursued the ignorant march of dolorous time. Behold the figures of the symbol realm, its solid outlines of creative dream, inspiring the great concrete task of earth. In its motion parable of human life, here thou canst trace the outcome nature gives to the sin of being and the error in things and the desire that compels to live and man's incurable malady of hope. In an immutable order's hierarchy, where nature changes not, man cannot change. Ever he obeys her fixed mutations law in a new version of her oft told tale. In ever wheeling cycles turns the race. His mind is pent in circling boundaries, for mind is man. Beyond thought he cannot soar. If he could leave his limits, he would be safe. He sees but cannot mount to his greater heavens. Even winged, he sinks back to his native soil. He is a captive in his net of mind and beats soul wings against the walls of life. In vain his heart lifts up its yearning prayer, peopling with brilliant gods the formless void. Then disappointed to the void, he turns, and in its happy nothingness as release, the calm nirvana of his dream of self, the world in silence ends in naught the name. Apart amid the moral multitudes, he calls the Godhead incommunicable to be the lover of his lonely soul, or casts his spirit into its void embrace. Or he finds his copy in the impartial awe. He imparts to the immobile his own will, attributes to the eternal wrath and love, and to the ineffable lends 1,000 names. Hope not to call God down into his life. How shalt thou bring the everlasting here? There is no house for him in hurrying time. Vainly thou seekest in matter's world an aim. No aim is there, only a will to be. All walk by nature, bound forever the same. Look on these forms that stay a while and pass, these lives that long and strive, then are no more, these structures that have no abiding truth, the Saviour creeds that cannot save themselves, but perish in the strangling hands of the years. Discarded from man's thought, proved false by time, philosophies that strip all problems bare, but nothing ever have solved since earth began, and sciences omnipotent in vain, by which men learn of what the suns are made, transform all forms to serve their outward needs, ride through the sky and sail beneath the sea, but learn not what they are or why they came. These polities, architectures of man's brain that bricked with evil and good, wall in man's spirit, and fissured houses, palace at once and jail, wrought while rain and crumbled before they crash. These revolutions, demon or drunken god, convulsing the wounded body of mankind, only to paint in new colors an old face. These wars, carnage triumphant, ruin gone mad, the work of centuries vanishing in an hour, the blood of the vanquished and the victor's crown, which men to be born must pay for with their pain. The hero's face divine on satire's limbs, the demon's grandeur mixed with the demigods, the glory and the beasthood and the shame. Why is it all? The labor and the din, the transient joys, the timeless sea of tears, the longing and the hoping and the cry, the battle and the victory and the fall, the aimless journey that can never pass, the waking toil, the incoherent sleep, song, shouts, and weeping, wisdom and idle words, the laughter of men, the irony of the gods. Where leads the march? Whither the pilgrimage? Who keeps the map of the route or planned each stage? Or else self moved the world walks its own way, or nothing is there but only a mind that dreams. The world is a myth that happened to come true, a legend told to itself by conscious mind, imaged and played on a fiend matter's ground, on which it stands in an unsubstantial vast. Mind is the author, spectator, actor, stage. Mind only is, and what it thinks is seen. If mind is all, renounce the hope of bliss. If mind is all, renounce the hope of truth. For mind can never touch the body of truth, and mind can never see the soul of God. Only his shadow it grasps, nor hears his laugh, as it turns from him to the vain seeming of things.